Good morning, everyone. So, what I wanted to do was jump on here, give you guys a video because I haven't done a video for you in a while. And it is freaking cold here today. It's like 45 degrees out, even though the sun is starting to peek out there behind me. As I turned around in my walk, the wind is just like blasting at my face, so you could probably hear that wind a little bit, but it was so nice as I was walking the other way. But anyways, so as we get closer, I think it was yesterday or was it a couple days ago, the first day of fall. So as we get closer to winter, I am trying to get out and enjoy the atmosphere before the snow falls, before I end up having to work out in a gym somewhere. And hopefully as I'm doing this video, my earpiece doesn't fall out. Okay, so what I want to talk about today is what I self-coached myself on this morning, because I'm sure many of you have these very similar thoughts. So I decided to set a goal for myself. I actually started the Paleo Reset program yesterday, and needless to say, it didn't really go very well. And here's why. By the end of the day, I was dealing with stuff with the duplex, and I completely forgot that I was doing the Paleo Reset. So it was like, what time? Like 6 o'clock by the time I got home, and my husband didn't lay anything out for supper. And so I was thinking in my mind, like, oh my gosh, what are we going to cook for supper? And when I got home, my husband just decided to do leftovers. And those leftovers consisted of gluten-free spaghetti noodles, because I eat gluten-free, and spaghetti sauce. So any type of flour is a no-no on the 30-day Paleo Reset. And I completely forgot I was doing the Paleo Reset. And I ate the spaghetti. But not a big deal, because after I remembered that I was still on the Paleo Reset, I remember feeling to myself like I wanted to buffer because my kids were throwing fits last night. And I wanted to grab some almond butter out of the fridge and just start eating it. And I told myself, no. Like, this is not who you are anymore. You are not somebody who overeats and buffers their emotions. So today, when I started doing my own self-coaching, and if you guys are not familiar with the process of coaching, how coaching goes, it's basically we take a look at the way that we're thinking, because the way that we're thinking about our circumstances, about our situations of life, the way we're thinking about it literally creates the results for us. And the way that it does that is our thinking creates the way that we feel, which creates the way that we act, the way we show up in life, the way that we don't act, the way that we run and hide from situations, and then all of that just leads to the results that we get in our life. And so I was self-coaching myself this morning, and I decided to set a goal for September, and there's only 6 days left in September. So a big majority of people would be like, oh, I'll start fresh in October, or I'll start fresh next Monday. And then they do good for a couple days, and then they just fall off the bandwagon, completely stop doing whatever it is whatever goal that they had set for themselves. And then they never get back in it. And so that's why I also figured, I'm going to turn around here. I also figured that I am going to start this program on a Tuesday, because why not? Why not? When you decide that you want to do something, why not just start it right away? Like, why wait until the next day? Because that waiting for the next day, like, we feel like we can get it all out of our system, right? We can go binge eat, we can enjoy ourselves that evening, and kind of go into this place of like deprivation and starvation. And no, I decided yesterday morning at like 10 o'clock while I was drinking my coffee, like, hey, I'm gonna start the Paleo Reset today. And the lunch that I packed was completely on point. And I decided to do it the rest of the time, even though I completely forgot for supper. But still, I didn't beat myself up and I kept moving forward. So last night I didn't open the fridge and eat the almond butter. I stayed on protocol. So many people would get off track, beat themselves up, and eat that almond butter. Oh, I screwed up today. So what's the point? I might as well just eat this, right? And so if you have a goal for yourself, committing to that goal means doing it no matter what. No matter how you feel after you screw up, you learn from it and you move on. And it's all those little steps that will get you to your goal. So today I have decided I'm setting a goal for the rest of September. And my goal was to lose 2 pounds. So 2 pounds in 6 days. And I put that in my results line. That is the thing that I want. And so in order to work what I want through the model, I work backwards. So I have to ask myself the question like, okay, what things do you have to do? How do you have to act? How do you have to show up in life in order to lose 2 pounds? And so for me, it was staying on protocol. It was being mentally focused. It was not overeating, not binge eating, not eating when I'm frustrated for emotional reasons. It was all those things. But majority, wrapping it all up, it was just staying on protocol. So then I asked myself, well, how are you going to have to feel? Because if our feelings create the way that we act, how am I going to have to feel to stay on my protocol? And the feeling that I came up with was feeling determined. Not even motivated, because motivation comes with taking action. So you actually have to take some sort of action to feel more motivation, right? So like when I didn't eat the almond butter, that was the action that I took, was actually the inaction of eating the almond butter. That just created more motivation for me. Like, oh yeah, I said no to the almond butter, so the next thing that I can do, I can definitely do it. And so determined was a big feeling that came up for me. I also think I wanted to feel a lot of peace and calm, right? Because when I'm feeling calm and peaceful, I don't emotionally overeat. I don't overeat in general. I eat to fuel my body and that's it. Like there's no emotion involved with it. And so feeling determined, peace and calm, that's the feeling that I need to try to generate. And the way that we do that is with the way that we think. And so the way that I need to think to feel determined and motivated is the thought that I came up with, and I love this thought, you guys. I love it, love it, love it, is the thought of I am no longer the person that doesn't stay on protocol. I am no longer the person that eats for emotional reasons. I'm no longer that person. And as I am stepping into this new person, the person who doesn't overeat, the person who stays on plan, as I step into that person, the more and more and more I practice it, because it's not going to happen overnight. I'm probably going to forget I'm doing the paleo reset at some point again, but the more that I practice it, the better I'm going to get at it. And the better that I get at it, the closer and closer to the goals I'm going to reach. So even if I don't hit the 2 pounds in the next 6 days, I will have grown to move closer to losing that 2 pounds in 6 days, maybe at a future time, right? Because as long as we stick to something, as long as we don't completely fail and get off track, we will eventually hit the goal, whatever that is. It may take you a year, it may take you 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, but who cares? Who cares how long it takes as long as you reach the goal? I think we want this instant gratification now and quick. We want that magic pill to help us lose weight in the next 30 days. There's all kinds of programs out there that promise that you lose weight in 30 days, and that's what makes it so appealing, is because we want it quick and we want it fast. But I say, who cares about quick and fast as long as we reach the goal, right? Who cares? You would be happy losing 4 pounds in a month versus losing 0 pounds or gaining 10 pounds in a month, right? So who cares how long it's going to take, as long as you continue to grow yourself, work on yourself, improve yourself, and eventually reach the goal that you have. So that is my message for all of you today. I hope you guys all have a great day. And I am offering free coaching, free group coaching. It's going to be once a week. We're going to do it through a platform called Zoom. You can do it on your phone, you can do it on your computer, download the app, and show up to the call. So it's going to be whoever shows up, whoever wants to be coached. I'm going to coach them. I'm going to do it for an hour. So if there's 100 people on the call and only one person requests to be coached, the call will end after I'm done coaching that one person, unless somebody else wants to, or we're just going to go for the entire hour. So it doesn't matter how many people are on the call. It's who wants to be coached. And I highly recommend you show up and listen to these calls, even if you don't want to be coached, because the thing with weight loss is a lot of us are struggling with the exact same thought patterns as other people. So the way somebody might think, you think about that exact same thing, maybe in a different context, maybe in a different situation. So even if you don't want to be coached, just show up and listen to the calls. It's going to be awesome. So I will talk to you guys all soon. If you want that free coaching information, be sure to go on to Facebook and private message me. You can also join the Angie Gross Coaching private group, and I will be posting in there, but it's all going to be done through private message for the link to the calls and when the call times are. So I'm actually going to create a completely separate group, I think at some point, just for the people who want to get in on the free coaching, or I'm going to clean up the current group that we have just a little bit better, because I do not want any males on the call. This is for females only. Sorry guys. There are other weight loss programs out there, or you can work with me privately if you are looking for a coach. But I want this to be a female only group so that the women can open up and share the things that are really, really bothering them in order to get the help that they need in order to lose the weight. So get in on that private group and private message me if you want free coaching. So I hope you guys all have a great day, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.